Molan. I me show you the sunshine, but you give me showers of rain. Me bring joy and happiness in your life, but you give me ache and pain. Me did believe everything you tell me. Me did believe when you say you love me. Me moving on, me find a next girlfriend, cause every man if you love somebody, yeah. Me wish you the best, hope you find joy and happiness. But what goes around comes back around, so when your new boyfriend start to feel stress,
you make me say, I love you, 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 ooh, I love you, I love you. No one's taking what's mine, my man or mine is sealed and inside. Don't mean to mash up your love life, we've been together a very long time. I mean I live, you taking what's mine. That love you designed for last a lifetime. Don't mean to mash up your love life. The Lord will see you if you make me cry. One, remember you are my man. Two, many a love come and go. Three, not see nobody I would this you. Four, now we're right back at one. Enough time when me see you wanna drive past me with all your two sons. Be ending on me heart and me body get numb. Why you wanna hurt me so much? I give up. No one's taking what's mine. My man and mine is sealed and inside. No need to mash up your love life. So we've been together a very long time.
Even though I've been hurt 1,000 times before, feel your love so strong, so deep, knocking on my door. And I know your love is very real. So hold me close, the lady. Let's make sweet memory. I got sunshine, so I'm having a sunny day. I'm proposing to my lady, so she won't go away. I got sunshine, so I'm having a sunny day. I'm proposing to my lady, so she won't go away. Slowly but surely, love has come for me. I'll never bring you heartache. Happy tales you'll sing. I love you singing. Ooh, it feels good. Please, sweet man, hold me closer to your heart, girl, until the end of time. You never find no one in this lifetime to love you like I do. So never mind things that people say that I'll never hurt you. You never find no one in this lifetime. So never mind. He's never satisfied, no matter how hard she tries to make him feel like a king. She stays home alone. She cooks and she cleans. She's a good woman, but he don't know. I wish I had someone like her, just to show how much he's worth. And if I had someone like her, I would work to erase the hurt. I never take for granted all you give to me. To find a virtuous woman is not easy. Sometimes love is blind, sometimes we see. But ringing in my ears is what my mama told me.
Back to the future. Boom 1069 gives you 15 minutes of the biggest throwbacks.
OMG in the morning, lighting up SVG on Boom 1069.
I just checked.
Good, ooh, come on. Love to drink with my friend. Come on. The line with the friend. Come on. And I will never forget. As I reach inside, a feeling take over me. It remind me of the first time I touched party. I cannot deny the vibes, the shock was so heavenly. On a candy cloud, everything just feels so sweet. Yeah, when I look on the left, it's so much pretty gal. Fitting in the carnival with a brother man I good. Yeah, no people know what the end of this. He saying like me love just pass you and show your face. But now I'm drunk in the people place. Jamming, you could see the rum on the face. Jamming, I end up there back in the action. They post with all kind of caption. They don't know their place. Jamming, I could have cared less when the girl them put on wine and put on. Lord, if you see them bumper them put on. Feel like I see bumpers and so on. I jamming, to the girl them put on wine and put on. Lord, if you see them bumper them put on. One thing I show up is my love put on. I jamming, tell them right now.
Every time I take a trip, I feel like whining, oh. And every time I short I take, I feel like lightning, yeah. Every time I take a trip, like whining, oh. And every time I short I take, I feel like lightning, oh. Don't wanna be inside, rather be outside tonight. Do we have to tell me no for sure? I'm having a good time. Bless the handle tight. I feel dynamite. Every time, yeah. From the time I take a sip, I'm ready to go. And from the time that liquor hit, I just need some more. Tap bottle and spoon and a cup in the hand and I'm winding up on the man. Everybody focuses, jam. But we leave on that is the plan. It's bumpers inside and numbers outside, so I hope all you don't know. When you crack the seal, it's we signal to go. Yeah. Every time I take a trip, I feel like whining, oh. And every time I short I take, I feel like lightning.
OMG in the morning.
And you got that right, OMG in the morning. It's a Monday morning, day number 8. That means we're going to pass a full week already in the month of September. How are you doing? Shady morning. DJ Fugitive, DJ Shady, we're signing in. Doug was inside first this morning. Big up, Doug. I guess you had a sleepless night last night. Probably a bad weekend, Doug. What's going on with that? Welcome nonetheless. Good morning. All our early risers. And is inside as well. Good morning. And I don't like how my headphone is sounding. I'm going to fix that. Anyway, Blessing James is inside. Marissa. Walkman. Who's Walkman? Big up Walkman. George. Good morning, George. Buenos dias to you as well. George checking inside from Puerto Rico. What's the topic this morning, George? I hope you have time because plenty to talk. I hope we have enough time this morning. So many things that we want to touch on this morning, from security to the reasons why you should stand up and speak out. And then I think we might round it off to hypocrisy. Yeah, I got two critical examples when it comes to hypocrisy, double standard, two-facedness. What we're going to share this morning. Welcome aboard. Let me check inside with you. Let me see who else is inside. Aisha is inside. Winston Money Matthews is inside with us. Aileen, good morning. Mary Providence is inside. Adonna is inside. Tonya, Dale is up inside here with us. Ronan is inside as well. Antonia is inside. Did somebody say Antonia is a troublemaker? That's true.
Nah, that isn't true.
Oh.
I can vouch.
All right then. Once you say so, it's so. Good. All right. Morning, Antonia. You know, I just pulled out my wallet and realized that I don't have not even $1 in my wallet. To my surprise, I don't even have $1. And then I remember, shoot, I don't even keep money in my wallet. Yeah. Was scared for a little bit. I know times are hard, but jeez, I think it's old age chipping in there. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Rhymer is inside. Rhymer, you in her walk? Big up yourself, my buddy. Morning, morning. Hey, before we even go further, good morning and special thanks, special shout outs from the depths of our heart. You know, we say thank you. A big thank you, a huge thank you, a gigantic thank you to those of you who came out and represented with us. You showed up, you showed out. We got your support. We were able to share that support with the family on Saturday as we laid Swagger down to his final resting place on Saturday. Oh my God, it was such a beautiful send-off he had. Just the way he would have wanted it. And that we did. You know, big up to the entire Boom family. Oh my God, we went above and beyond, and we know that you two were appreciative of it. Yeah, definitely. We came together as a family unit, and we were able to lend that support to his immediate family. And oh my God, we did it together, and we pulled it off. It was such a beautiful send-off. And we could not have done it without you. I mean, you've been there with us from day one, standing alongside us, sending us the love and the support. You know, the sympathy messages, the condolences. Oh my God, it was overwhelming. And we appreciate it all. All right? Yeah, I know he is definitely smiling. I mean, his memories would forever be with us. They will live on for a very, very long time. Forever. Rest in peace, DJ Swagger. Yeah, big up Domo. Brethren, oh my God, Domo definitely represented. You know, I don't think there's anyone else who could have done it the way that Domo did it. And Domo, big up, Shady, get Domo some of them hands over there, brethren. Big up Domo. Big up Domo. Yeah. The first DJ who had the opportunity to play in church and shelled it down like he did. Big up Domo. Alright, big up to Bing as well. Bing was there with us, standing alongside, you know, leading from the front. You know, he was there. Big up Bing. He's coming along, and I can say that from my view, he is in a much better place now than he was the past couple of weeks. You know, I even saw him smiling every now and again. Not 100%. He isn't as yet, but he's much better. He's doing much better now than he has been for the past couple of weeks. All right, so big up Bing. He should be back sometime soon. I can't say when, and I don't mind. I love being inside here. All right, so yeah, just to let you know that. Okay, so let's get the ball rolling. Hey, Rosemary, welcome, Rosemary. Judy Davis is inside as well. Now, let's start with safety and security here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and most of you should have by now heard or seen the articles as it relates to would it be okay if I go ahead and put it as attempted murder from a layman's view, from me being on the outside? Maybe I shouldn't put a label over it, but you would have heard, should have heard, might have seen the incident where a police officer, a young police officer, attacked a female, his ex-girlfriend, and attempted, well, I mean, clearly, I mean, we ain't stupid, clearly attempted to take her life, stabbing her 23 times. That young man stabbed a lady 23 times. If that is not attempted murder, I don't know what else is. And I based on the reports that were shared, even from the victim side, the fact that he went there with gloves on and all, you're gonna have to pull premeditated murder, or well, premeditated, you ain't have to pull it. Premeditated murder is premeditated murder is inside there already. Sad. Unfortunate. It shouldn't have happened. It shouldn't have happened. And we've been seeing it over and over and over frequently. Especially within recent times. And it makes you wonder what is going on with our police force. What is happening with our police officers? Something is wrong somewhere along the line. There's some type of disconnect. But it shouldn't be happening. We shouldn't be here. We should not be here. We've seen it all over and over and over. Just about every single week. For the past few weeks, sometimes every other day. There's some incident being shared on social media where there's an all-out brawl between police officers and civilians. That ain't supposed to be happening. That's not supposed to be happening. It should not be happening. It should not be happening. What is wrong? Something is wrong. We need to find the problem and try getting to the solutions immediately. What happened Saturday should not have happened Saturday. I mean, I read an article earlier this morning and the young lady is scared. Who wouldn't be? She's scared, and what she's saying is that she don't even have an ounce of protection. And that is powerful. She don't have as much as an ounce of protection. And clearly, she doesn't feel protected because those who promised that they would protect us and serve us as a nation are the ones who are attacking us. So imagine her place right now. There are some people, instead of going and grabbing up, Charles, hold on the calls, Charles. We're not there yet. We're not there yet. All right? I mean, there are persons who might figure, well, boy, I'm going to go and get an unlicensed firearm and I'm going to roll with that to protect yourself. That shouldn't be. That shouldn't be encouraged. It should not be encouraged. There are persons who might figure they're going to walk with some kind of weapon, whether it is a taser or some kind of pepper spray. All these are illegal. But what do you do when it comes to protecting yourself? What should you do? If you don't feel protected by the same police officers who should be protecting us, then that leaves us where? As a nation. It should not be happening. No, we saw, I don't know how many of you saw it, but we saw different persons sharing about their own personal experiences with this same police officer. In the past, there's someone who shared, now it is being alleged that she was accosted by this same police officer who pulled a gun on her because she was not smiling. She was walking and her face was serious and he accosted her. According to what she shared. There are others who shared that there are signs that there is some sort of mental instability that is being experienced by this same police officer. So it speaks to the background checks. We no longer do background checks when we are enrolling police officers into the force. Because from what persons are sharing, there seems to be a history with this individual even before he became a police officer. And I mean, I doubt we would have it on the system. But I think it's Cutty Ranks has a tune. Every time you recruit a bad police, it spoils the reputation of the good police. Every time you recruit a bad officer, it put the entire nation in danger. And there's a tune from donkey years, and we're living it 20, 25 decades after. What's going on? It should not be. Wherever hair is, we should not be here. Especially when it comes to the relationship. Everybody would want to know that there is a sound relationship between police and civilians. But clearly, with all that has been happening, over and over, we're hearing police are dragging drivers out of vans, punching up civilians. I mean, just last week, days apart, we saw on the playing field where a police officer had a civilian in a chokehold while the civilian was being punched by presumably a police officer in plain clothes, while that same civilian was being kicked by another police officer in uniform. How? No, this is not an attack on our police officers. It is not an attack on the police force. I won't do that. You know, I won't do that. I have too many police officers who are friends. I wouldn't do that. But something is wrong somewhere along the line. No, I am neither am I saying that the civilians are always right in these cases. But what happened to training? So maybe the civilian is wrong. You want to tell me the only way that you can carry out your duty is by the use of excessive force as a police officer? So where all the training went to? Or we no longer do that type of training? Let's get ready for Sion. We'll start there. That's where we got it started. Pressy, we're not taking calls as yet, my brother. We'll get past Sion. We got one or two commercials, then we do Sion, and then we come back in. Hopefully before Jomo comes in, we can get one or two calls. If not, then it's definitely inside 8 o'clock. Keep it locked inside OMG on a Monday morning. That's where we're going to start it this morning. What the hell is going on with our police officer? What is happening in our police force? And the thing is, nobody's saying anything. You're not hearing from the commissioner. Well, you know you're not going to hear from the Minister of National Security. Clearly, that is already established. We're not going to hear. That leaves us where? As a nation, when we come back.
Money Matters on Boom 106.9 FM. Brought to you by KC.
Let's go!
Boom 106.9, the sound setter of radio.
Young got no money back calling me splurge. Let me jump right out the curb.
New year, different lane.
We gon' spin and kill everybody. And we're telling all. Bend that over. Let that breathe. Shake that. Boom 106.9. Hands on your knees.
Unleash the sound revolution now on Boom 106.9.
Hey, you looking for clothes too?
I'm looking for the money. Igniting, waiting on nobody.
Clue number 1, celebrity mentorship. That's right, real coaching from real stars, not your cousin who does freestyle on WhatsApp.
But how you find clue 1 already?
I'm gonna get trained by a celebrity mentor. I wonder if I'm skinny fabulous.
Registration is now open and closes on September 12th, 2025. So don't sleep on this chance.
This isn't just a run. With each step begins a new journey. A journey of determination, persistence, and self-discovery. With each step, I am back on a quest to push myself beyond expectations, beyond standards. Each stretch, a reminder of the flexibility of the human spirit. With each step, I am breaking barriers. As I push to the finish, I'm filled with pride. Not just for what I've achieved today, but for the journey that has brought me here. This isn't just a run. It's a testament to the human spirit. And I I'm here for it. Island Sips. Beyond standards, beyond expectations, beyond water.
It all started with a penny. For over 85 years, we have invested in our farmers, fishermen, people, and our country. When we were called to serve, we were here. We understand what is valuable to our people and our country. That is why we support all industries, including tourism. We are the bridge towards a brighter future and economic growth. When our people, government, and businesses called upon us, we were here. 85 years later.
Time you're ready, go ahead, take it away, my brother. Let it rip. It's a Monday morning. And I know our listeners are anxiously awaiting, highly anticipating Sian on a Monday morning. And usually from the time I start speaking, he would have been dialing already. Probably had a long weekend. Sleeping late this morning. Probably there and took some time to cook up something to bring for us and serve us this morning. Sian, what's up, my brother?
Morning, buddy. You know, all of those things you were saying are correct. I'm doing all of those things. I'm sleeping while I'm cooking up something. I'm doing all those things. Trust me. All of them at once.
I know what it's like, my brother. What's up? How things?
I'm good. Hope you're good, brother. Shady, good morning to you, to your listeners as well. Morning. And it's not what I think I talk about. So I'm going to talk about it.
Mm-hmm. That's all right.
Clearly, the issue that you're dealing with the incident is a very important one. I wouldn't comment on it too much because it's an incident on investigation. I don't know what the facts are, so I wouldn't do much commenting.
Mm-hmm.
But we, like you said, we cannot be in a situation where we are afraid of the people who are being paid, whose job it is to protect us. And for that young lady who felt that, well, who's in a situation, you know, and even someone from afar is the one who's endangering her. I mean, I can only imagine the level of trauma and support that she's experiencing.
But Sian, the quality is not. It seems like you're using the one from Timu this morning. Use the authentic one, my brother.
Unfortunately, because I'm moving, I'm going to have to park. And when I park, the quality is good thing because I'm moving. You know, I have to be using a hand free. That's the situation.
Okay.
You know.
All right.
So give me a few seconds. I'll pull aside and the sorry about that. Yes. So yeah, let me now pull aside now and
yeah, do that, please and thanks.
Right. Right. So that's better, right?
There we go. Now that is the one you got from the Apple Store. Clearly.
the one you bought for me.
Yeah, that's the one.
Discussion yesterday. I was having a discussion. Right. I was having a discussion yesterday. On Saturday with a young individual, and I realized that what I am doing is necessary. In terms of informing people who do not know.
Mm-hmm.
Now, at the end of the day, it may not change their decision, right? Their minds may have been made up, whatever that decision is. But ultimately, Fuji, I believe that too many individuals just don't know. And I'm talking specifically about the fact that this young individual was telling me but us export producing more, and they don't think that the government has done enough to develop industries and so forth. Um, and I listened, and I remember Fitz Bramble's commentary in the parliament, where he was talking about exactly that, what's going out in on the what we going out on the port. Yes, you're building a big new port and things coming in, but what's going out, And there are promises by the New Democratic Party that they would revitalize this and revitalize that, and when they win, whenever that is, St. Vincent would start to produce and export, and agriculture will be back, and manufacturing will be back, and so on and so forth. And so I asked the young person, I say, because the person is I don't think the person is 30 yet. I said, do you know we used to make milk and box juice in St. Vincent Grenadines, like Pine Hill and Orchard and those things that we could export? The person said, no. I said, we did. They asked, really? I said, yes, we did. We used to produce something called Diamond Dairy, which produced box milk and orange juice in boxes and so forth, and we could have exported that. And they had no clue. And so I took the time to tell them that, well, when the old Labour Party was in office, and up to 1984, when the NDP got into office, we had a sugar factory producing sugar. We owned the rum factory. The people of St. Vincent Grenadines owned the rum factory. That is something that is being produced, that is exported. We had a dairy plant that produced milk and box juice and so on. We had a vibrant industry down at Camden Park that produced
all sorts of
rackets and all sorts of things down there. Yeah, lots of things. Now, the person asked me, so what did they want to them? I said, well, the rum factory was sold, the sugar factory was closed, the rum factory was sold off, the milk, the dairy production was also closed. And of course, the company continued to close them. I mean, the government, it was the government on milk closed down, production closed down, factories in Camden Park, one by one. And that's what we had. So that by the time the NDP left office in 2001, the manufacturing base that we had was done, completely done. So the question then becomes,
Go ahead. Don't mind me. Go ahead. I'm not even gonna interrupt.
No, that's fine.
Go ahead.
How does the NDP tell me, look, the first time around when we were in office, we closed down everything. We didn't open up anything new. But Labour, we expect you to come and start over again. Industry, bring back manufacturing, open this, open that, do agro-processing. But they could close them down again and sell them off. I mean, you already hear the vice president making the point that whenever they win, they will have to consider selling off things, selling off the port, selling off the hospital. We call it public-private partnership.
You didn't even talk to him about at least Erica's country style as it relates to agro-processing? You didn't even share the story about the production of coconut oil?
No, but here's so I was speaking specifically to things that the government owned. Right? We could talk about the fact that tobacco is still here, that's privately owned. And we could also talk about the fact that there was a coconut oil factory that was also destroyed and closed down, but again, that was also privately owned. So if the private owner decided to stop harvest copra and make coconut oil and do something else with the land, do a parking lot, then that's their business.
So what excuse did you give to him as this government's reasons for, after 25 years, not reopening any of these factories?
Well, I didn't need to give an excuse or anything. All I said was, I just find it, I didn't give an excuse. I just said, and the individual was like, because the shock, I was like, how do you destroy everything? And then you come and point fingers. You destroyed all, didn't open up any after you destroyed it. But then you're coming and telling the government, why aren't you opening them up? But they were there. They were all there. You didn't build on them.
But
you didn't expand. You gave us all sorts of You gave us all sorts of excuses. You had to close all of them. And then apparently, if you close them, don't exist anymore. So let's open them again. I'm not sure how that works. You can give all the reasons why you have to close them all, then one after the other. But apparently, excuses and reasons what destroy of them no longer. So go ahead, Labour, open them again. Go back and bring manufacturing down to Camden Park. Go back and open up that, because Trinidad and other countries are still producing milk and dairy. We always talk about you hear Fresh John, agriculture. We still have the oranges here. We still have the fruits here. The cows are here.
And I am happy that you're the one saying that we still have all these commodities here, but not after 25 years, not a single one.
No, you see, I like that though. I like the fact that
after 25 years here, not a single one.
You guys, no, Fuji, I like the fact that you guys always say after 25 years, because 17 years.
But you going back basically 40 years, so 25 is closer than 40.
And I like, but the point that argument is one of the most interesting arguments I hear. So the destruction, corruption, whatever that happened in 17 years is irrelevant. Let's just talk about 21.
No, I am saying.
No,
part of a government's mandate is to fix the wrongs that were committed by the previous government. So if the previous government shut down all these factories, me going in as a government, as a new government, one of my priorities would have been to fix all these, at least one. I could brag and boast and say, well, boy, they shut down all, and after 25 years, I open one, and those that privately owned that were existed, I build on those. But there's nothing that this government can say in that regard. Nothing.
Right. So according to you, one of the most profitable industries, which is the rum, they sell it after the friend. Cheap. I could go into that and the corruption that was involved in that.
Isn't it still owned by a Vincent?
Hold on, I'm responding.
Versus a St. Lucian or Jamaican? Go ahead. What? You go ahead. Don't mind me. Go ahead.
Saying the government divested of something that was profitable, sold it off very, very to one of their supporters, and then, according to you, let's fix that by doing what? Opening up a competing one now. When we had one, what do you suggest?
So, Sian, you made mention of agro-processing, the abundance of plantains we had the other day. Oh my God!
So we had the Diamond Dairy, Fuji. We had a factory. You closed that. You made people unemployed. You did what you did to build it and the machinery. What do we then do? Go back and reinvest in one again? That's what I'm asking.
So you're saying that?
So the point is, what we've done, what the government done,
is absolutely nothing in that regard.
Here's the point I'm making. The point I'm making, the New Democratic Party completely destroyed the manufacturing, light manufacturing, agro-processing base that the government had, right? The factories and so forth, and the investment that was made in the industrial park was left to just fall into ruins. This government came and realized that what had happened now is that it had put us in such a bad place competitively and otherwise that now we have to look for other areas where investment could be done. And so what we've done is we've invested in services. It's just, for me, it's just rich that all of the pillars and all of the elements that made for a vibrant agricultural and agro-processing sector that were destroyed by the NDP are now being resurfacing as viable options.
But you keep
for
using
development.
the word
I just
destroy.
find
You keep using the word destroy. So can't it be that the NDP saw it profitable to invest in services as well? The same way?
Listen,
maybe the factories weren't profitable then.
The point is this: you and the members of the NDP can explain all of the excuses, as you like to use, but the reasons why you had to do it, right? So that. After 17 years, you see the same way auditing labor. After 17 years, you had nothing left. You didn't build on anything. You didn't create anything.
You ever heard of ECGC?
That is the other point.
Did you tell the youngster about ECGC?
That is the other. Hold on. That is the other point. The other point is when I hear them say no, it's obvious that whatever they meet, they're going to continue and build on. The record does not show that. The record shows that the Met Vibrant agro-processing, they killed it. The Met Light manufacturing, they killed it. they met an industrial park in Camden Park. They killed it. And so I cannot trust them. They met the government then building what they call housing scheme.
You ever heard about Lauder's agro processing?
So
that they have in the constituency for the Minister of Agriculture. You ever heard about that? That is dead.
Fuji
under ULP.
Fuji. But I'm glad you mentioned LAP, which is part of Vinci Fresh and so on and so forth. You see the effort in trying this government trying to reestablish some sort of light manufacturing, agro processing. In that you go to the shelves and you find Vinci Fresh products, which are really good products, and they've been exported. So that's the point I'm making, and I'm glad you raised that. So while the NDP didn't start any, but you can point to examples where this government has and is trying to work with farmers to provide outlets for their produce. That's clear. So to my starting point, where I say it is rich when I hear them try to say, oh, we will do this and we will do that and so forth regarding light manufacturing, regarding agro-processing, regarding adding value to agriculture, when in truth and in fact, it is the NDP that destroyed all of it. As a matter of fact, maybe into the trap that most of the islands in the region did. People were making lots of money every week, and so maybe they thought, well, we don't need to do anything else. Let's just focus on banana, plant every inch of the island with banana, and not focus with areas in agriculture. But history has shown that whenever there's a single crop, like we had with sugarcane in the back or arrowroot or whatever, whenever you base your economy on a single crop, it is always very volatile and prone to issues. It never lasts forever. It never lasts forever.
Who started diversification?
It never lasted forever. Well, I'll tell you this, Fuji. I'll go back with you. How far you want us to go back? Because you're talking about almost 40 years. So let's go back 40 years for this question, because I know you want that now. You don't want me to go back 40 years other times, eh? But let's do it now. So 40 years ago, Fuji, yes, the NDP was encouraged by the British government to start diversifying because
but why you put it like that? Education revolution was encouraged by whom? You ever heard of anything like OAS and UNICEF?
Education revolution.
Well, I mean, forget the name. The initiative. Forget the name. The initiative.
The education revolution was conceptualized and executed by the ULP. There are elements of the revolution.
The name.
There are elements of the revolution that are regional.
I'll give you the name. I'll give you the name. That's it.
There are elements of it, right, that are. But universal access, as I said last week, which was not a St. Vincent thing. It was a regional thing, but St. Vincent didn't do it.
Bring it back to agriculture. Diversification.
So anyhow,
diversification.
So we go back. To what you said. Yes. So the diversification should have started because they had money. They had money from the EU to do that. But clearly it wasn't done properly. Well, it wasn't. I mean, there was very little diversification done. So much so that when the NDP lost, there was really not much. So the point about it is this, that the agricultural base that St. Vincent once had, that the previous administration met in 1984, which was very diversified, involved light manufacturing, involved agro-processing, involved, so many different things. The profitable strong rum factory, the sugar factory, with whatever issues it had, the Diamond Dairy Production Company out at Diamond, the base down at the industrial park down at Camden Park with Pico and Children's Way and Wilson Rackets and so forth. All of those were there in 84. They were there in 85. But by the time the NDP left, we had empty shells in Camden Park. We had no sugar factory making people unemployed, no Diamond Dairy unemployment. The rum factory was sold off to friends. I mean, we were just in a really bad place.
And 25 years after.
It's kind of rich now to hear them saying what they will do when in fact they had something and killed it. You know what I mean?
Right.
I just wanted to raise that.
All right then, my buddy.
Have a good one, buddy.
All right then. Thank you very much, my brother. Take it easy. All right then. Jeez. Yeah, that was Ian on a Monday morning. Showing that the nerves are being agitated. I think that is the sole purpose, you know. Anyways, let's go pay some bills and we come back. When we come back, Council joins us at 7:45.
Welcome to Chill Spot Bar and Grill, where cravings meet comfort.
Let's go!
Boom 1069, the sound setter of radio.
Young got no one that back calling me splurge. Why me jump right off the curb?
New year, different lane.
We gon' spin and kill everybody, and we're telling now. Bend that over, let that breathe, shake that.
Boom 1069.
Hands on your knees.
Unleash the sound revolution now on Boom 1069.
Hey! You looking for clothes too?
I'm looking for the money. Ignite ain't waiting on nobody.
Clue number 1. Celebrity mentorship. That's right. Real coaching from real stars. Not your cousin who does freestyle on WhatsApp.
But how she find clue one already?
I'm gonna get trained by a celebrity mentor. I wonder if I'm skinny fabulous.
Registration is now open and closes on September 12th, 2025. So don't sleep on this chance.
This isn't just a run. With each step begins a new journey. A journey of determination, persistence, and self-discovery. With each step, I am back on a quest to push myself beyond expectations, beyond standards. Each stretch, a reminder of the flexibility of the human spirit. With each step, I am breaking barriers. As I push to the finish, I'm filled with pride. Not just for what I've achieved today, but for the journey that has brought me here. This isn't just a run. It's a testament to the human spirit, and I am here for it. Island Sips, beyond standards, beyond expectations, beyond water.
It all started with a penny. For over 85 years, we have invested in our farmers, fishermen, people, and our country. When we were called to serve, we were here. We understand what is valuable to our people and our country. That is why we support all industries, including tourism. We are the bridge towards a brighter future and economic growth. When our people, government,
Your moment is now. This is Ignite, the ultimate talent search. Visit pmacy.gov.vc to register today. Ignite.
Plain talk. Plain talk with Jumo Thomas.
So much things to say right now.
All your talk now on OMG.
And it's that time of the morning when we're joined by Council Jumo Thomas. Good morning and welcome. How are you doing?
Good morning, Puji.
Morning.
Good morning, Shady. Most of all, good morning to your listeners. I want to talk this morning about the law. I want to talk about police. And I want to talk about things falling apart. It is said that when things appear to be falling apart, it is a sign that something is wrong, radically wrong, with the social fabric in our society. And I'm not sure, well, I can put it this way. There are few persons in St. Vincent and the Grenadines who may tell us that everything in St. Vincent are on the up and up. Most people may say, most of us may conclude that when we look closely as to what is taking place, we can agree that we are not going any place fast. That there has to be a lot of work to ensure that we take St. Vincent on a path that may redound to the benefit of the vast majority of people here in our country. Now, over the last weeks and months, we talked about problems with roads, we talk about problem with government buildings, we talk about the failure of the government to do this, that, or the other. And if you have listened to me, you must have heard me speak time and time again with what I perceive to be the serious difficulties in the institution that we call the police force. That force that sells itself as being in the business of protecting and serving the nation. We have seen over the last few weeks one video after the other where police are clearly doing things to citizens which they ought not to be doing. They, for whatever reason, believe that the first order of business is to throw punches and to beat and to embarrass those persons with which they come into contact with. Many times we don't know what caused the incident, but it is evident to me that the police in St. Vincent and the Grenadines don't know that unless the situation is one that is of serious security, that the first task of business ought to be to de-escalate what is happening. But in many respects, it seems as though police are the ones who escalate. I heard you talking earlier and I had a chance to see, and this morning I would represent a young man who was beaten by the police. You saw the video, I think somebody said the video was out of Beckway, where one police has a guy in a chokehold, another police is punching him, another one is kicking him.
Yep.
I over the years have had, you had the situation with Mohamed Lavier, who the police says is an excellent leader. They sent him to be trained by the FBI. They say he's an excellent leader who shot a young man out at Sandy Bay for no reason. Shot him in his leg and tell him, take that in your MC. Went to court. They framed him. He had to go all up to the Court of Appeal to be exonerated. He took a matter to the civil court. The judge, then Justice Henry, said, I don't understand how a police officer could treat a citizen like that. That man is still under force. The police said they would do an investigation. They would have to have a special department in the police just to do investigations. Because no matter what they do, there's an investigation which never brings any results. Never. And you see this thing about a few rotten eggs? That's a joke. The institution of the police is a rotten institution. I heard you say you wouldn't go that far because you have a lot of friends in the police. Well, I have a lot of colleagues that I have tremendous respect for in the police as well. Many of them who do very, very good work. But if you have a leadership that does not take pride in the headquarters, look at the headquarters.
Oh, yeah.
You ever look at that thing to the top when you enter in the police? One day that thing is going to fall, and I just hope that somebody is not there to be killed by it. Just look, go off like over the parking lot and look at the top of the building.
Yep.
For years, in front of the police barracks, they have a piece of cardboard. And in the police barracks, they have a carpentry department, and in prison, they have a carpentry department. And Bragsa, you want to tell me they couldn't get somebody to do that? You want to tell me that the police, a leader in the police, can say this is our task? We would, even if we have to put money together, 5 cents, 10 cents, to make your headquarters look better. So when you have that sense of rotting at the headquarters itself, you know that the institution itself is rotting. You have police officers who are the man Mackenzie, who was beating up the young boy in the police youth club, fired a bottle at him in St. Lucia. They were supposed to do an investigation into that and to report. The very next year, Mackenzie was promoted from sergeant to inspector. Even with that pending over, well, I don't know if it was pending, because to them it probably was nothing. And then you have this young man, the guy Tristan Williams, I think it is. Imagine a situation now, because this morning he goes to the court to answer charges of resisting arrest. The young man, where the story broke last week about him being beaten by the police, he goes to court this morning for resisting arrest, among other charges. But I want people to understand this scenario. Here's a young man whose father tells him that the police wants him. He shows up at Central Police Station. He said, no, we don't want you there. We want the people over at Otley Hall wants you. He walks from Central Police Station to Otley Hall. The police beat him. Wow. And then tell him it's a mistake. He goes to the media to speak to his story. And then they bring him in the next day and charge him. After telling him it's a mistake, they took him now and charge him. Doesn't that compound the problem with the police? Does anyone have any respect or regard for a police force that acts in such a devilish and criminal fashion? And when you speak like this, people say that you are opposed to police and policing. But you're not. You're saying that if police are to solve crime, they have to have, fundamentally, they must have good relations with the population that they serve. You can't be an occupying force in a village, in a town, in a country, and expect people to have good relations with you. All occupying forces are scorned. They're disrespected. But it seems as though we can't get that into our head. But this, part of the reason I said this on the comment yesterday, and a colleague of mine says that all I do is talk about Prime Minister Ralph Gonsalves, because I said the problem begins at the top. He's the Minister of National Security. He has condoned all of these actions.
Yep.
He says that he's going to be tough on crime and the causes of crime. And after 24 years, we have not seen that manifested.
Total silence right now.
We have not seen that manifested. He doesn't even bother to speak about crime. Because crime, in essence, is an albatross around the neck of the government. It's a heavy load. So they don't talk about it. Yeah, Ocean nicely sidestepped the issue this morning. Well, I can't speak about that because I don't have any evidence of that. But he goes back to tell you something about 40 years. So, the problem that we are having is one where the Prime Minister has already set the the tone. He said, look, when you meet these guys, you're going to this community, don't read nobody the beatitudes, you know. Don't read them. It's much the same like when Kamala say, look, pull out your clip and just shoot. When in the run up to the elections. Different words, but same message. Different words, same message. And when we look at all of this and the way it is happening, you can be sure that we're not going to have any change in attitude. We're not going to have any change. And part of the reasons why we're not going to have any change, well, for one, we know we don't have any kind of psychological testing for police officers in the way in some other societies they may do. And some people may argue that we don't have the resources for it. But a bigger problem, and I flagged this before and I'm going to flag it again, a bigger problem with our police force is that the police force is not an institution, it's not a security institution, you know, that is intended to protect and serve. It is an institution which now primarily is an employment institution.
Yep.
So your supporter in this area, that area, young, unemployed, you say, well, go up there and be a police.
Tell them I send you.
Tell them I send you. So you become a police. You don't have the requisite training, you don't have the requisite commitment, you don't have the requisite anything to serve. And then you realize that you have a gun. And you realize that you're wearing army fatigue. So you're empowered by that kind of situation. And you know that in a lot of cases, you have numbers. So when you roll up on a guy, even if it's 2 or 3 of them, and you put one of them in a chokehold, you know that you have 2 or 3 other officers, not only 2 or 3, but officers who are armed. So you feel empowered to do whatever, whenever, wherever. And until we get a handle on that, and until the governing institutions let police officers know that if you break the law, if you brutalize citizens, you are going to pay. But this government don't do that. I have a case where police officers went to a lady's house in Langley Park. Went to a lady's house, said that she threw paint on another neighbor's car. Arrested her with her 2 young children. Took all of them in the police because she said, I can't leave my children here. She had 2 young boys, I think 11 and 10. They took all 3 of them to the police. Lady goes to the police station. She's sitting at the police station. She tells the police, look, I am a diabetic. I have a problem. Could you give me something sweet? We don't have nothing sweet. Do you have a little sugar? We don't have nothing sugar.
Wow.
The lady collapses on the ground.
Oh no.
Her son reports that she hit her head as she fall off the bench.
Wow.
Then all of them are scrambling now to try to give her something. You bring a case against the state. You think the state on its face would say, well, boy, clearly we are in the wrong. Let's settle this? Nah. Settle? You go to trial to prove that the police did something wrong. We can go all the way back to 2010, 2009 with the Jamal Jackson case. Police beat Jamal Jackson into a coma. 7 days he spent in a coma, 13 days in the hospital. Police were arrested. Tribute to former Director of Public Prosecution, Colin Williams, who had me work with him on that case. Police arrested, charged. In fact, Colin Williams had to threaten to arrest, to call for the arrest of the then Commissioner of Police in order to get those police officers who were responsible for beating people don't know this history. It's important they know it. He had to threaten to arrest the commissioner who was refusing to carry out the order to arrest the officers. Officers are tried, convicted. They appealed. The government paid up tens of thousands of dollars to bring in Senior Attorney Cheltenham from Barbados. Matter is heard before the Court of Appeal. The conviction is upheld. What did the government do? Even after these guys are convicted, they re-employ them. These officers are still on the force today. But you're trying to, some little silly thing. You want to get Kenson King. They tried to frame Kenson King with say he had beaten up a prisoner because they wanted to throw him out the force. They tried to frame Adriana King to say that she blocked the police. She blocked the prime minister from going to parliament so to rob her of a teaching profession. And then people would not see these things and people would not talk about them. And when you talk about them, people say, oh, you oppose the government.
Yeah.
Well, if those incidents reflect an opposition to government, let it be. Because these are real issues upon which real people, honest people, should take a stand. But we are in St. Vincent. Who said? Was it Abijah who said that this place is not a real place? We need to do everything in our power to allow St. Vincent to be regarded as a real place. That's my take for this morning.
Thank you, Council.
Until we meet
until. Take care. Let's go to the top.
OMG in the morning, lighting up SVG on Boom 106.9.
Everything gone bad nowadays. I can't understand it come like the system again. Everything gone corrupt. Pop get corrupt. Everybody get corrupt. Hey. Every time you recruit a bad police, that's why the reputation of a good police. Every time they recruit a bad officer, them put the good one, them in a danger. Them sell the government ammunition. They tell people lie when them back a station. Say they cannot give account for those weapons. But Babylon, you're going to face your destruction. This is a message to Mr. Macmillan. Beg you pluck them out, me say one by one. Me I tell you line them up and dismantle the gang. They want to form a cartel in a your station. Every time you recruit a bad police, it's by the reputation of a good police. Every time you recruit a bad officer, they put the good one, they be in a danger. Some are mixed with thief, some of them are robber, some are mixed with head and them are murderer. Then we sell them friend just for $1 and then turn around and go and rob his mother. And if she talk too hard, them stab with that scar. And then they put the blame on a poor sufferer and spread them name all over newspaper. Then them gone one side, gone eat pig trotter, and drink rum and white milk and a fire. But wait till Mr. Mac stick them with it. They say every time you recruit a bad police, that's why the reputation of a good police. But every time they recruit a bad officer, they put the good one, they be in a danger. May I tell you, Babylon, your fun soon done. You better pack your suitcase and get your clothes and run. If you find you guilty,
455-1069 for those of you who want to get in before we switch gears. Make a link right now. Call us. Don't stick with it. Get those calls in. 455-1069 if you want to touch on the police issue. You can do so now before we switch. Weeks coming in at 8:30. We have Mr. Weeks at 8:30, so we don't have a lot of time to play with. All right, the lines are open for those of you who wish to get inside. You can call us. No, let's go. Did I get it? I got it. Let's go. Good morning, caller.
Morning, Fugitive. Morning, Shady. Fugitive, all that Jomo said, and I listened to your first guest that you call it. What's his name? Sian. Sian and them is real crazy people. They're hiding up and all these things. And look, they're talking about things like this, Michael. Didn't ULP close down a big institution such as the Hall project that could cause how much jobs for people in St. Vincent and Grenadines? The port that was there that needed what they could have rebuilt on and save a lot of money. Didn't they let that go down? Didn't they bring in a man here for quarry and say he wanted to quarry and they take away the farmers' lands that they're having to do their farms and do open quarry and put a lot of farmers out of doing their lands and so forth. And now the same man now go on and taking up, say he doing farming now. How many things did they destroy? What did they build on? Did they build on anything that they meet the present, the past government left here? Did they build on any of those? They have a boxing plan out at Lacqua. That was there for bananas. Did they use that to do any institution of doing, looking to ship away things and getting farmers to bring the produce there and use that as a shipping base to ship out anything to help with agriculture? All these boxing plans and all these things that they have, did they do anything to them to restore them? They killed the banana, they killed the whole industry of agriculture. And what are they talking? They want to go back now. We look forward, brother. Forward ever, backward never. We don't see what the NDP did and what they did. Yeah, okay, good. The NDP failed. But look at what you are doing now and what you are doing here. Look at our police officers, what they are doing to people. That young girl, I didn't know about it, Future, until my daughter called me yesterday and tell me, because she played tennis with my daughter at the grassroots tennis club in town. And when my daughter called me and told me that, I was so shocked. And we have police officers doing these things to our young girls. What is the Minister of National Security doing? This is the time we should call for his resignation. There's a number of things that we should call for the national security of his resignation should be gone in. This man should not be going up for next election to run for next election. He should be resigning because he has failed the country and he's failed the people. And he should not be going in for no upcoming election again. He should retire and resign. He's failed people.
All right, thank you. Man. Thank you. All right, thank you. Who else want to get inside? 4551069. That's the number you call to get in. Shady Domo say he's taking the day off. He work hard, extra hard on Saturday. He's taking the day off today. Right. He say you in charge. Who else want to get inside? All I'm saying, wherever we are right now, here is not where we should be. Here is not where we should be as it comes to policing in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, sir.
Morning, welcome.
Last week I raised an issue there with you about, Mr. Marshall coming on talking about education revolution. Actually, when they came up with that, I actually thought it was going to be an education revolution in truth. But it wasn't about getting people to be farmers, to be carpenters, and to be none of those things. According to them, every household in St. Vincent and the Grenadines was supposed to have somebody with a degree. Exactly what these people with degrees, what exactly do they produce? But a bunch of words. That's all they do. So now you have the technical college down there. And when I was in primary school, I said last week, I'll repeat it. You had in the primary school, Chumuka Primary School, the boys would go do woodwork and that kind of stuff. The girls would do, what do you call it again? Home ec. Mm-hmm. Right? Learn to sew, learn to bake and so on. Well, I tell you something, I was kind of troublesome fella. So I say, but that home ec thing should not be only for girls. But I had ulterior motive. Anyway, they allowed some boys inside it to learn to bake something. And then all of that just disappeared. So they have this thing now. And I said last week, I was put to teach some people who could write the name, but that's it. I remember one fellow, Onesto Bentic. He didn't know the difference between a D and a B. But this guy turned out to be a great mechanic. But the process they apparently have now, you can't get into the technical college at Annisville to do what you want to do. Imagine you show up there, you want to be a mechanic, and somebody going to say, well, the class full. You could go do business. Excuse me? Mm-hmm. Tell me how that's going to work out. And my information is just this. So like last year, right? They had a number of persons wanted to do hand stuff. They didn't have enough room for them. So what do you think they're doing now? Bringing in those people this year. Is that the solution, or should they have gone and expand the classes, expecting that they're going to have more of these? Are you talking about education revolution? Huh? By the way, I heard Mr. Sian making some. I don't have enough time. Mr. Sian Marshall, the NDP had nothing to do with the shutting down of the sugar factory. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. Okay?
All right, everybody.
Mr. Sian Marshall, St. Kitts and Barbados and them were way in the sugar factory business. What happened to them, sir? What happened to them? Did NDP go there and shut them down too? But I'm gone for now, my friend.
All right, everybody. Thank
All
you,
right.
thank you. Who else want to get inside? Who else want to get inside? Hit us up and let us know. Like I said, if you want to respond to what Cian shared, or you want to touch on the situation of crime, or, well, what we're going to frame as police brutality. It's been rampant within recent weeks. Almost every other day, there's some kind of story, some type of video that is out there. Something is wrong. Is it that our police officers are frustrated? You know, the long hours that they're working, the limited resources, the environment that they have to perform their duties. There's so many things that are going on with our police officers. So many things they're being faced with. Could it be that our police officers are frustrated? But if that is the case, then what do we do? Max?
Boy, yeah, you vibrating on the same frequency because I know what's calling to address crime within the police force.
Oh my God.
I just wanna say send positive energy to that girl who gets stabbed up by the police 20-something times.
Give God thanks that she's still alive, yeah?
Yeah. And the amazing staff at the hospital, because, you know, if you don't get proper equipment, them do thing, eh? And if an ex-Cuban nurse or doctor talk out because I have more on it, you please don't send them back. How are you wicked? Please don't send them back.
Jeez.
Now I see police kick up a boy down Beckway after he was detained.
Yeah, well,
after he was detained.
I mean, he was already in a chokehold and all.
Okay. Them beat a boy from Edinburgh. After he thing went public, you go and charge the boy with resisting arrest. How can he resist arrest when he turn himself in?
Imagine that, eh?
How can he resist arrest and if Taylor's turn and people start to defend the family members, because if a Max Walker family and I put that out there.
Nah, but I mean, you see, the thing is, and you're not hearing anything. Nobody coming, not even from the public relations department.
Brother,
they're coming and they're saying, well, boy, we messed up.
Public because cult members doesn't condemn cult members.
Nothing.
Because I make a post and say, I wanna see if any of these ULP people go and defend this now. And a woman come and say she never see people defend it. When he DJ friend, when he DJ man be stab up with wife, people defend here. I remember that. And when we say man they pass shopping, people cuss me. Say I me like run me mouth. Brother, if my uncle stab up his girlfriend, I tell you they pass shopping it.
And it should
If my father cheat on my mother and slap his girlfriend, my father they pass stupidness.
It shouldn't be that.
Like what are we doing? But when NDB put up a billboard with facts,
there's a problem.
They run with it.
Country.
They run with it, but there's them quiet. They're quiet. A man, an ex-man, he girl don't move on. The girl don't move on, partial move on, and you go any girl place and stab up the girl just up in a hazmat suit.
And all right then, that is where I'm going. So that was premeditated. So he had more than enough time.
Brother, the girl say man vex she not dead. You read it in
Yeah, I read it this morning.
Brother, my blood run cold when I read that, and if that don't make you angry as a Vincentian first.
So then what's next? What's next? Because she also said that she don't have as much as an ounce of protection. So what's next? What should she do? Go and get an illegal firearm and keep it just in case? What should she do?
You remember the Cuban woman who get unalive in our alma mater yard?
There's that too.
Remember that one more time? Remember the girl down Kittels who go and complain to Kittels police station and not have money man enough and beat you with a hammer? You remember that?
Boy, yes. Oh, God.
So what are we doing? And then we go on the United Nations Security Council and tell them the whole world we're going to increase safety for women and children. And since then, it seems like safety has gotten worse.
Boy, I mean, you could say that our women aren't safe, but right now, nobody's safe. Nobody's safe.
But remember, on the other radio station, your former co-host said the Prime Minister, Minister of National Security, she felt unsafe as a woman, and he basically tells she shut up in a nice political way. You remember that?
Yeah, boy. Oh, yeah.
And then when I talk about that, people vex. Like, what are we doing? We have been ungovernable for far too long, and people on both sides have been affected by ungovernable. And until we understand and accept that we need a paradigm shift in St. Vincent and the Grenadines and defend truth regardless of who is on the other side. Don't defend it because of who it is. Defend them because it's right, family. If my daughter do wrong, I have to tell you she did pass up in it.
All right, then.
Yes, sir.
All right, then, my buddy. All right, let me share too. Anyone wanting to become a police officer should be required to take an exam to measure their competency and must include a psych evaluation. Here's another one. The police hierarchy crossed the line when instead of having, oh my God, I skipped over it, of having an allegiance to the state, they gave allegiance to a political party. Instead of upholding the laws of the state, they uphold the laws of a political party and directives from a politician. You want anything that's further from the truth? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Yes, police brutality. Too long, somebody had to make up their mind and make a sacrifice.
When in terms of what?
I said it before too, and I said it to Kenton Chance, and I said it to the former commissioner of police. I have been a victim of police brutality. Police break my hand for no reason at all. Police beat up my son for no reason at all.
Wow.
You understand?
And what was the outcome of that? How did you get redress?
Nothing. Everything being investigated. DPP office.
For how long?
And I have told the public, and I have told the former commissioner of police, and I've said to Kenton Chance and I these things. The day I try my best to keep far from police, but the day another police put their hand on me, whether good or bad, I am a living dead walking in the streets as in and I don't pray to and I say I am a dead man anytime because
we shouldn't well, I don't want to encourage that type of mentality, but I understand very much where you're coming from.
No, I'm somebody and I make up my mind. I say
and that's unfortunate. And that's the unfortunate place where we are right now, and it should not be that. It should not be that.
Because there's no whether it's wrong, there's no justice at all in this women coming to police brutality.
All right, everybody.
I keep telling my children, I have 2 sons in the police force.
Mm-hmm.
I have 2 sons in the police, and that doesn't matter me. I just beg them every day, don't put their hand on nobody.
No, it can't be that. It shouldn't be that.
I reached to a point, and I keep saying it, I will never stop. I is a living dead walking in the street. Anytime any police put their hand on me, they had to kill me one time.
All right, then, my buddy. But I really hope it doesn't have to come to that, though. All right. All right, thank you very much for calling. Let me see, room for one more. We take the break. Mr. Weeks comes in at 8:30, and then we go again. We switch gears following Mr. Weeks. Who else want to get inside? Yes. If they shot Mr. John in his foot and still no accountability, what we expect? There's no justice in SPG. No. You see situations like these where it appears as though it's an all-out brawl between police and civilians when it comes to police, community policing, when it comes to the public aiding the police with crime, fighting or solving crime, we're going to have an issue. We will, and the issue is probably there already. People's not going to feel comfortable having any form of communication, anything to do with our police officers, and that is unfair for the genuine ones, the hard-working ones, those who go out and they work diligently in spite of their circumstances. Good morning, caller.
Good morning
my
to
brother,
the Fuji.
my brother. Show the name.
What's up?
The name.
Got to be less disregard. I know you're going there. If I know you're going there.
We good. Well, we good, not so
good. I want to say
good
morning to you, good morning to Shady. And I want to say good morning to Bing. I saw Bing yesterday at church and I was really happy to see him out and things.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
things are happening.
Things are happening.
Man. I mean, look at that. Look at that. Bing was in church on Saturday. Bing was in church on Sunday. Oh, that's the Lord is working.
Yeah, good.
God is good.
When they talk about the education revolution, right?
Mm-hmm.
They talk about education revolution. But Frank was touching a very valid and vital point there that a lot of people ignore.
Yes.
A lot of students enter for fields that they figure they're competent in and they want to be in.
Mm-hmm.
So somebody applies, for example, to go to the technical college to do, say, building and technology, right?
Mm-hmm.
To do auto mechanics. But you get there and you're told the class is full. You can't get in.
And he's stoned
They
away.
have exactly. They have these other technical institutes. They tell you, okay, you're not doing so well in secondary school, try the technical. That's what they tell you. They put out children, get them letter, tell them they can't come back at 16 and 17. And they tell them go there. When you go there, they are filled with students who already write CXC, who done write CXC the year before. And they come and they take up all these spaces and they tell you they don't have any more spaces for you. Try next year, try some other time. People become frustrated because you want to move on. You know, it might not everybody is academically inclined to do the physics and the biology and so on.
Right. But you have your dreams and you have your aspirations. Yeah.
Exactly.
I get you.
You have people who are highly skilled. I see a little youth man take a razor blade from a sharpener and fix a computer. A computer and get it working.
Oh, wow.
You know, these are people who are highly skilled. So they want to get into those fields, but they can't get in there because the classes are full. So instead of you look at ways of seeing how you could expand to meet their needs, you tell them we full. So we take 60 people in the class or we take 30 people in the class and the tutors and them picking out who they want, the family and the friends.
Boy.
Some of them family and friends. I see it, you know. Some of them family and friends come and they apply.
Of course it's happening.
You know, so that's something we need to look at. So don't come tell me about education revolution when you have 80 people entering a school in Form 1 and when by the time the cohort reach Form 5, you had 30 people graduating. Don't give me that. Work on that.
All right,
because we have a significantly high dropout rate and they need to work on that seriously.
All right, then.
Blessings, man.
Thank you for sharing. We're going to hold on the calls there. We pay some bills. When we come back, we should be joined by Mr. Weeks at 8:30.
Our Caribbean offers so much more.
Let's go! Boom 106.9, the sound setter of radio.
Young got no money back calling me splurge. Watch me jump right off the curb.
New year, different lane.
We gon' spin and kill everybody. And we're telling now. Bend that over. Let breathe. Shake that.
Boom 106.9.
Hands on your knees.
Unleash the sound revolution now on Boom 106.9.
Hey, you looking for clothes too?
I'm looking for the money. Igniting, waiting on nobody.
Clue number 1, celebrity mentorship. That's right, real coaching from real stars, not your cousin who does freestyle on WhatsApp.
But how she find clue one already?
I'm gonna get trained by a celebrity mentor. I wonder if I'm skinny fabulous.
Registration is now open and closes on September 12th, 2025. So don't sleep on this chance.
This isn't just a run. With each step begins a new journey. A journey of determination, persistence, and self-discovery. With each step, I am back on a quest to push myself beyond expectations, beyond standards. Each stretch, a reminder of the flexibility of the human spirit. With each step, I am breaking barriers. As I push to the finish, I'm filled with pride. Not just for what I've achieved today, but for the journey that has brought me here. This isn't just a run. It's a testament to the human spirit, and I am here for it. Island Sips. Beyond standards, beyond expectations, beyond water.
It all started with a penny. For over 85 years, we have invested in our farmers, fishermen, people, and our country. When we were called to serve, we were here. We understand what is valuable to our people and our country. That is why we support all industries, including tourism. We are the bridge towards a brighter future and economic growth. When our people, government, and businesses called upon us, we were here. 85 years later, First National Bank St. Lucia Limited is here for you.
Sound setter of radio.
Young got no money back calling me splurge. Why me jump right out the curb?
New year, different lane.
We gon' spin and kill everybody. And we're telling now. Bend that over. Let that breathe. Shake that.
Boom 1069.
Hands on your knees.
Unleash the sound revolution now on Boom 1069.
Hey! You looking for clothes too?
I'm looking for the money. Ignite ain't waiting on nobody.
Clue number 1, celebrity mentorship. That's right, real coaching from real stars, not your cousin who does freestyle on WhatsApp.
But how you find clue 1 already?
I'm gonna get trained by a celebrity mentor. I wonder if I'm skinny fabulous.
Registration is now open and closes on September 12th, 2025. So don't sleep on this chance.
This isn't just a run. With each step begins a new journey. A journey of determination, persistence, and self-discovery. With each step, I am back on a quest to push myself beyond expectations, beyond standards. Each stretch, a reminder of the flexibility of the human spirit. With each step, I am breaking barriers. As I push to the finish, I'm filled with pride. Not just for what I've achieved today, but for the journey that has brought me here. This isn't just a run. It's a testament to the human spirit. And I am here for it. Island Sips. Beyond standards, beyond expectations, beyond water.
It all started with a penny. For over 85 years, we have invested in our farmers, fishermen, people, and our country. When we were called to serve, we were here. We understand what is valuable to our people and our country. That is why we support all industries, including tourism. We are the bridge towards a brighter future and economic growth. When our people, government, and businesses called upon us, we were here. 85 years later, First National Bank St. Lucia Limited is here for you.
trendsetter of radio.
Young got no money back calling me splurge. Why me jump right out the curb?
New year, different lane.
We gon' spin and kill. And we're telling now. Bend that over. Let that breathe. Shake that.
Boom 1069.
Hands on your knees.
Unleash the sound revolution now on Boom 1069.
Hey! You looking for...
And it's now time for us to be joined by Mr. Oh, I should have done that first. Mr. Weeks is inside with us. Mr. Weeks, are you there?
Yes.
Okay,
Fuji.
good morning. Welcome.
Good morning. Thank you. Thank you, Fuji. Shady there?
Yeah, he is
Morning,
there.
I heard his voice earlier. Good morning, Shady. And greetings to all those who are listening. Welcome to another week. I hope everybody will have a productive week. Fuji, I want to once again wish my friend, my family being all the best. I heard you this morning reporting that he was in church at least twice over the weekend.
Oh, yes, he was.
So I want to wish him well and to hope that his recovery is speeded up. I also want to extend my sympathies to the lady that it is reported suffered violence at the hands of the police over the weekend. I want to say up front, I condemn all forms of violence. As I've done in the past, I can't make an excuse for any violence, no matter who perpetrated.